Do you often feel like you fall into the pattern of having no new ideas? Well, recently I've become aware of an important factor that seems to be in sync with when I lack ideas or creativity, and that is a lack of presence. Now, this video isn't just going to tell you to be more present, but I am going to show you how presence is so clearly linked with idea generation and the flow of creativity. We often go about our days without a single present moment. We do not take the time to reconnect with our senses or observe our surroundings. We almost entirely live in our minds. And oftentimes our mind and the environment in our mind is not the most pleasant place to live in. Our minds are often spaces that are clogged with negative thoughts surrounding the future and anticipating the future, but also surrounding reliving the past. And in this sense, our minds are essentially full to the brim. When we live this way, entirely in our minds, given that our minds aren't very pleasant environments to be in most of the time, our energy becomes tense and rigid. And this type of energy is often impermeable to universal love, guidance, and insights. Our brains are too full to make room for ideas and creativity. So how can we make this rigid and tense energy dissipate in order to make room for new ideas and the flow of creativity? As I always do, let me use myself as an example. As a YouTube creator, I rely on new ideas and novel insights in order to generate content for you guys. And I'm sure lots of you guys rely on the flow of ideas for other reasons related to your own jobs or side hustles or whatever that may be. So this is relevant to you. Essentially, what I had realized is that I spent a few days worrying about when my next idea would come. This worry entirely consumed me. The anticipation of my next video idea sucked me out of the present moment. And the worry-driven thoughts I was experiencing took up all the possible room in my mind that no new ideas or insights could fit in. Then I came to a realization as I was presently journaling with these feelings. As soon as I let my worry dissipate, closed my eyes, and took a deep breath, the idea for this video came to me. I realized that my rigid energy, which lacked presence, was not working for me. But what if it's just not as easy as letting your thoughts dissipate? What if your thoughts are way more stubborn than that? Then I have one simple tip and suggestion for you. The whole reason you're unable to generate new ideas is because your mind is too full and your energy is too rigid. You need to rid your mind of some of the repeating thoughts that are going on in your everyday life in order to make room for new ones. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and start writing down all of the thoughts that are clouding your mind. In fact, you should be regularly writing down the thoughts that are clouding your mind in order to regularly make room for creativity and the flow of ideas in and out of your life. Lastly, after writing down all of these thoughts and dumping them onto a piece of paper, you have made the room for new ideas to enter. And now here comes the most important tip. Trust that the universe has an abundance of insights and guidance for you. Try your best not to anxiously wait. Trust and be openly receptive. Because when you're anxiously waiting, you're creating that energy of tenseness and rigidness in which the flow of creativity cannot permeate. But if you try and relax your energy and you try your best to trust that ideas will come to you, you will notice them appearing in the subtle ways in your life. Soon, you'll begin to notice the abundance of ideas that surrounds you. You can get an idea from a leaf on the sidewalk. The idea that you get from the leaf on the sidewalk is to appreciate the beauty in the small things. And how can you turn those ideas into something that is going to benefit your content creation? I recently experienced a small inconvenience in my life, and I really didn't want to journal that day because I thought, I'm not going to be able to write about anything. I just feel empty right now. But I took my pen and I started writing. And a beautiful idea for a video came to me. Because as I was writing, I reflected on all of the past inconveniences that occurred in my life and how the universe resolved them for me. And I tried to put that same energy into the inconvenience I was experiencing in that moment. That was the idea of my next YouTube video. Essentially, what mechanisms can you employ to realize in moments of distress that it is fleeting and it will pass? Again, try and do activities that are going to pull you into the present moment, and you will start to notice the ideas flow to you freely and openly. I just want to give a quick note that I welcome all modifications and feedback on this advice. I would love to know how you guys personally get out of a creative slump or how you get your ideas flowing. So if you have a personal tip, please leave it in the comments below. I I want to remind you that modifications are okay. You are doing something that you can do, and that is something you should be proud of, and that is something that should be praised. I hope you are able to find one takeaway from this video given the lifestyle you live and the conditions that you face. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Peace.